So this is a very long overdue update about my travel website. If you guys have been following the progress of my travel website, you'll know recently it got hit in the helpful content update Google rolled out. Now, there's been a lot of things happening in the back end of my business, so I've been trying to figure out why the site got hit, what I can do to improve it, and hopefully some of the things that I'm going to share with you might help you figure out what's going on with your website, whether you should carry on with it, or if you should just sit it out and wait and see what happens. So we've been doing a number of things on my site to actually try and recover it. Some quite big changes, in fact, and some small changes that you can possibly implement yourself. So let's get into this. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been so long since I've done an update about my travel website. As I say, I've been basically working on that and other projects as well. Because I had a big hit in the helpful content update release, then I've been trying to maximize my revenue with my other projects. I have some digital assets, I have some products and tools and things like that that I've been working on to obviously try and instantly recover. Because my site was hit in the helpful content update by about 80%. Now I have two travel websites, a main one that I focus the most on, where I put all of my energy, resources and money into, and I had a backup site as well, just in case everything went belly up. I had a travel site that I could fall back on. Now, unfortunately, both sites got hit, my main site and my backup website. Both were hit by around 80 to 85%, which is quite strange that they both got hit with the exact same number. So to give you some context on it, let me just today talk about my main travel website, because my backup site was hit very similar. So let's focus on the main one. So what were the numbers before the travel website got hit? So to give you some context, let's have a look at the numbers before the site was hit, and we'll see then in comparison where we are now. So before my site was hit, which was actually on the 17th of September 2023, my site was doing 64,000 page views. I'd managed to grow the site over a period of around 12 to 15 months to around 60 to 70,000 page views, but the last recorded data I had before it got hit was 64,000 page views. Now, monetization was through a number of income streams. First of all, display ads. The site was with Ezoic at the time, and for the last 30 days before the site got hit with display ads, I was earning around $380. Now with Ezoic, this is an important number, the EPMV, so the amount I am paid per 1,000 visitors, was around $7 to $8 per 1,000. Now that's a key important number because you'll see a reflection and a difference in the new numbers that we'll talk about in just a moment. So I also had some other ways of monetizing the website, which was things like Booking.com and Expedia for hotel bookings and travel insurance, things like that. We also had Amazon, which was a very small proportion of the income. And we also had Get Your Guide and Tickets, which are activity widgets that you can place on your site. So if people book things like, let's say, a bus tour of London, I would make a commission if they book that. So let's bundle all those four into one. And at the time, those was making me around $200 to $300 per month. So you could say the site on average with Ezoic and affiliate commissions was earning between $600 and $700 per month, and it was growing quite steadily, and I was reasonably happy with that, apart from the Ezoic ads, which definitely was underperforming. So before I tell you what we have done to the site to try and get it back to where it was before, let me now show you and tell you the numbers where we stand right now. So let's start with the traffic. So after the hit, the traffic is now standing at around 15,000 page views per month. Now remember, we was at 64,000 page views and growing. So if we'd have continued at that growth rate, I would have expected now to be around 100,000 page views per month. But we're now standing at 15,000. So you can see the site was substantially hit in that helpful content update. So what about the revenue? Well, I swapped ads just before the site got hit. So luckily I managed to get the site on Mediavine right before the update hit the site and dropped the traffic below the threshold to get added to Mediavine. So once the site's on at Mediavine, it's on your dashboard, they don't remove it if the traffic drops below 50,000 sessions. And at the time it was at 64,000 sessions. So we're all good with that. And I'm pleased to say, even though we are now only at 15,000 page views, just maybe a quarter of where we were before, we're still earning the same amount of money as we did with Ezoic getting 64,000 page views. So as it stands right now, for the last 30 days, we've made around $300. And our RPM, which again is equivalent to Ezoic's EPMV, so it's basically what you get paid for every 1,000 visitors, is almost 4 times what I was getting with Ezoic. I've had days where it's hit 29 RPM, and I've currently got an average of around $20 to $23 per 1,000. Now, remember, that was $7 with Ezoic. So thank goodness that I swapped when I did, because even though the traffic has dropped down, the ad revenue is still about the same. Now, just imagine if I did have that 64,000 page views, or that predicted 100,000 page views that we should have been on before the hit, we'd have been earning around $1,200 to $1,500 a month just in display ads. But there's a lot of what ifs and whys in that statement, and obviously the site did get hit and we are only at 15,000 page views per month. Now again, if you look at the other affiliate commissions, Booking.com has significantly dropped. It was making around $200 just from Booking.com. That now sits at about $40 per month. Although we are still getting some commissions coming through. In fact, today I got a booking for just one booking on the website, and that's made me $85 for just one booking. And we're currently on the 23rd of November, so 23 days into the month. We've had 6 bookings through Booking.com. So it's not horrendous. We are still making some money from that. But the other affiliate programs like Get Your Guide, Tickets, and Expedia have basically hit rock bottom. We've got practically nothing from them. So on average, I would say those 4 affiliate partnerships, including Amazon as well, are making on average between $50 and $70 per month, compared to $200 to $300. So if you total that together, we're making currently at the moment between $350 and $400 per month. If you compare that where we should have been, we definitely should be around $1,500, maybe even $2,000 per month right now. So you can see a substantial hit in not only traffic, but also revenue of around 80% drop. So what have we been doing to the website to try and recover it? So there's a few technical things we started off with. We had a site audit done by a number of SEO experts, which found a few flaws in the website. So first of all, we did a reconstruction of the menu and the categories. We had basically a long blog roll that had all the articles in one kind of blog category, and it just wasn't suitable. So for instance, if somebody was searching for things to do in London, then the next article might be things to do in Japan or things to do in Korea. It just didn't flow very well. So now all the menus and the categories are much more condensed. So if you land on a category about London, you will see 20 or 30 articles about London. So you will flick through multiple articles and it will just flow nicer for the user. So we've also added a lot more descriptions and some tags to the post as well, just to make it naturally flow better for the reader, but also easier for Google to find out what the content is and why it's related to each other. The second thing we've done is trust signals. So we tried to build the website more around me as a travel blogger, an experienced blogger, not only just blogging, but also travel blogging as well. We tried to add a lot more things like social links, proof of authors, author bios, better about pages, and even go to the extent of creating things like Google knowledge pages and getting the site indexed on Wikipedia, and just really trying to build up some more authority around travel blogging. I'm personally known as an affiliate marketer and a blogger and a YouTuber, but not so much in the travel field. So I've also tried changing images and adding more videos with me in those videos to try and again show people that it is a brand, it's one person that works with a team, but we are all focused on travel. So we're just trying to build that authority up a bit more. Another thing we've done is make sure that the writers that contribute to the site also have some social links, and they also link out from my site to other relevant travel articles on other people's websites as well. Maybe they have a Facebook page that's related to blogging and travel, and we'll link back to that as well. So basically not only showing that I'm relevant in the space, but also the contributors on the website are also very relevant. One more thing we did before the site got hit, I'd also ordered a package of Haro links from Linkify. So they've been providing some really high quality links back from really authoritative websites. Now we've been making sure that when those links or articles that are on big authority sites are listed and published, that they mention me personally as a travel blogger. Again, trying to build that EEAT up in the travel blogging niche. So my name is mentioned in all of those links. The anchor text is more relevant to me personally, trying to build that brand up. Now it's been quite a slow process getting those Haro links, I will not deny that. The service Linkify is doing is absolutely beautiful. They do not rush the process. If they cannot get you the best link possible, you'll have to wait. They just simply do not give you any terrible links. They wait for the best quality links to come through to them. And so far I ordered 20 links and I think we've had about 7 delivered so far, and that has already doubled the domain rating of my website, which is pretty good. For 7 links to double the domain rating is really, really good. You can see on screen now the massive spike in growth just from 7 links. So we have another 13, maybe even more to come from them. So I'm excited to see where that will take the domain rating to when they finish their service. So that was ongoing before the site got hit. Now, it is quite an expensive service to use. I certainly wouldn't be spending that right now, hoping that would recover my website. I wouldn't do that, but I had already committed to spending that money before the site got hit. So I'm happy I did, because they will naturally come in now over the next few months, and hopefully we will see some improvement on the domain authority, and that might kickstart the website, who knows. So obviously we are also looking at the old content. Definitely a lot of the content on there is not good enough, it's not up to par. So what we're doing is looking at articles that are on things like the bottom of page 1, and we're seeing what we are missing, what we have got in there that's holding it back, or what have we not got in that article that's stopping it from getting to number 1. We've started to really deep dive into the number 1 articles and why are they ranking. Sometimes they're just ranking because they have a ton of backlinks, and we're just not going to be able to compete on that. But if they're ranking and they don't have that many backlinks, then what have they got in their content that is making them get that number 1 spot? And we try to identify that and see if it's missing in our article. So it's basically updating old content. I'm sure you know how to do that. It's just standard practice when you have old posts that need updated. We're not breaking the mold or changing or revolutionizing anything. We're just looking at why an article is at number 1 and we are not. So that's something possibly you can look into. But the main thing, the biggest change we have done to this website is, so I have purchased an existing travel website from a friend of mine that has around 300 existing articles at the moment. And it brings in around 12 to 15,000 page views. And it has a number of backlinks to the site already. So the reason I purchased this website is because the content that's on there, I have not covered on my website. In fact, I can just simply recreate a category on my website that I've not covered, and we can redirect all those blog posts into that new category. So I've done this because I want to test. I want to see if this will give Google a kick up the backside to say, hey, look at this new category, look at these new backlinks, look at all these new articles. They're really an authority in this category. So we've done that. We've purchased this domain and this website. We've redirected it back to our website, and we've added all the content into a new category. So we're now going through that content, changing out any links that are not relevant, that shouldn't be there, putting our Amazon code in any products that are there, and really trying to make that content blend in to the feel and the look of our website. Now, it has had an instant impact with traffic. Obviously, the site was getting around 12,000 page views. That is still coming through to our website, and we have seen a 10 to 15% increase in traffic, which is to be expected. But the main thing I purchased this website was, like I say, to test and see if doing something like this will just let Google know we're still here, we're still getting backlinks, we're still publishing content, and we are an authority in the travel space. And show us some love, give us that peak in traffic that we had before, and will it get us back to where we were pre getting hit by the helpful content update? As yet, it's only been a couple of days, so I can't tell you. I will give you an update if I see any dramatic changes or results. But certainly for a few $1,000s, it was worth investing in this domain. Even just purchasing the backlinks and the content would have been around the price I paid for it anyway. So I think it's one last roll of the dice to see if this will make a change to the website. It's certainly the biggest instant change I could do, and I've heard people saying that it really worked for them, so I'm hoping that it's going to work for me. So I hope that's give you a bit of an update on that travel website. I will keep you informed if I see any big changes. Like I said, there's not been many videos out about it because there's not been a lot to say. I've just been working really hard to try and get it back to where it was. It is my livelihood. I don't do these just as a project. I do make my living from websites and making content about them, and I do need this to work. I've invested a lot of time and a lot of money into this project. There's probably $25,000, maybe even $30,000 in this website already, and currently we're earning $300 or $400 a month. It's going to take me a long time to get my money back unless we sort this out. So thanks for joining me. Please help me out by hitting that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this update, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.